How does it feel to be in business with Aventurine? I bet you're not used to it. That's just his style. All or nothing is his mantra. He's always cozying up to his clients while egging them on to undertake some dangerous assignment with him. But everyone has their merits, so I won't comment further. But Aventurine's luck has always been good. He's always closed all his cases without a hitch, and basically never lost a gamble. Which is why, on the issue of retaking Penacony, I'm watching with keen interest. Of course. It's business after all. What's important is where you're seated at the table. As for the 2 cases, apologies, but I don't have much info on them either.
We're carrying out our captain's orders. What do you want?
We made a mistake last time, and we're working hard to rectify it now. We don't have time for anything else. Surveilling the IPC executive Topaz, ensuring that she stays put at the Reverie Hotel during her time on Penacony. We've got the right one this time.
So that's it. They were the pair who were after Firefly at the time.
It's you again. Back for more trouble? We're not afraid of you this time.
Well, spit it out. Stop bothering us.
So you know each other. Why do you keep running into people you've beaten up before? Oh, sheesh, why do you keep asking me that? We're in the middle of investigating a murder case for the family. May we speak to your captain about—
Hey! The security officer instructed everyone to shut their traps before he returned from Dream's Edge. What murder? You'd better stop spouting nonsense.
Yeah, that's right. We have nothing to report. Please.
Looks like they're not going to cooperate. But they did at least tell us that the captain is at Dream's Edge.
Why don't we just look for the security officer then? It's probably Gallagher, the one she mentioned, right? Such tight security. I bet they're stumped by the case as well.
Apologies. The Bloodhound family is running an investigation up ahead. No, hold on a minute.
How much trouble have you stirred up exactly on Penacony? You think you look alike? Wait, are you for real?
Not possible. It was you the last time yelling about some clockwork friendship while... I'm not letting you get by this time!
Huh? What kind of heinous crime have you committed now?
Hold on, sir. We have documents authorized by the family that would aid your investigation. If it wouldn't trouble you...
Who exactly is this Gallagher you keep talking about? There's been a few people mentioning this name. Even the one with the gray hair.
He didn't send you all here?
It was the security officer who dispatched us. That's all I can divulge.
He'll do! He's the one we've been looking for!
Sorry, no can do. The boss said that since it's a matter of the family's reputation, no one's allowed. Everyone, please leave.
We're really sorry for troubling you.
Another way. Can you perform it again? That... Please?
Sorry. No, everyone, please leave. Let me see what time it is now. Whoa! It's this time to clock out! And no...
What?
Huh?
This clockwork trick of yours, it's kinda dangerous.
At least he won't be getting in our way again. Let's go find that Gallagher and...
I was wondering what all the commotion was. Huh. Oh, it's you guys. Welcome. Since you made it...
Hello, Mr. Gallagher, sir. Judging from your tone, it sounds like you were...
Miss Himiko, you're too polite. There's no need to call me sir.
Mr. Gallagher, you even know my name.
Of course I do. You folks are from the legendary Astral Express, and honorable guests of the Watchmaker. I had an encounter with this lady in the Golden Hour. I remember that little silver-haired girl was there too. I'm sorry for what happened to that kid.
This is also the reason why we've come to visit you, Mr. Gallagher. The Express can't just overlook the death of that child. So we've decided to help the family get to the bottom of it, in the hopes of getting justice for her.
The Nameless involved with the family. What an unpredictable twist of fate.
Why? What's wrong with the family?
It's nothing. On Penacony, everyone loves the family. No matter how much one resists the beautiful dream, when the time comes, they too will find it hard to let go. Who wants to leave a warm nest? Just idiots, little kids, and inebriated fools.
Mr. Gallagher seems to be getting at something.
You got it wrong. I'm not. You want to discuss the case? Sure. Come with me. This is not...
Even after that chilling tragedy, this dream is still running effortless. Other than the family of the Harmony, it's hard to imagine any other power in the universe that could sustain a building of such magnitude.
The family itself is a huge, perfect building. Like a living idol. Each member of the family sees themselves as a piece of the divine puzzle, revolving around a singular core and a shared ideal. Under their command, they loyally fulfill their roles, offering themselves while also receiving sustenance in return.
Interesting analogy. Perhaps that's why Penacony's beautiful dream has persisted for so long.
But the human body has its limits, and so does the Divine's.
That doesn't sound like the kind of comment a Galaxy Ranger would make.
Just pointing out the facts. Mr. Yang will definitely have a better sense of what's going on than I do.
Why do you say that, Miss Acheron?
The beautiful dream is crumbling. But not because of a particular eon, a particular faction, or a particular visitor. Its collapse stems from a certain inevitability of human nature. The family refuses to acknowledge this, and it has ultimately backfired and become a catalyst. As people immerse their souls in the dreamscape, where consequences and pain cease to exist, and only ease and pleasure prevail, they draw closer and closer to necrosis. Regardless of the perceived bliss, death looms as the inevitable conclusion. Also, this necrosis will diffuse and spread. One piece of the puzzle's mutation will eventually cause the entire building to shake, break, and crumble.
In the end, the dreams that people built in the name of freedom became the cage that imprisoned them. I'm sure you've gained a lot from this trip, Miss Acheron. Are you willing to share your findings with me?
Of course. That's if I remember. Don't mind me. It's just a habit. Owing to events in the past, I've become easily forgetful. It's only when this sword is unsheathed that those hazy memories start to become clearer.
Take your time.
That should do it. I vividly remember everything that occurred on Penacony. Ask away.
The moment of daybreak. I've heard that's where the Dawn Factory, which processes the foundation of the dreamscape, is located.
Behind the dreamscape's song and dance stand many imagination factories. Workers create all kinds of whimsical works day in and day out in their dreams, and they return to reality and sleep on a narrow bed in a room. The fuck they say it will suffice. Experiencing the bizarre and motley dreamscape is the best reward. There I encountered a young woman who had just come of age, the perfect time to indulge in beautiful dreams. Her greatest wish was to one day move to the golden hour and see the magnificent garments she had woven with her own hands. For certain reasons, her wish was difficult to fulfill. But I managed to bring her a garment.
Gilded Hour. It's said to be Penacony's currency center.
Yes. It is a fortress-like financial city, the economic heart of the dreamscape. The Pepeshi people of the Alfalfa family are there to keep it running, sending blood that is made from money everywhere on Penacony. Everyone there is exquisitely dressed and always in a hurry. The greatest wish of the local Pepeshi people is for their future generations to work in the Gilded Hour. I've never met anyone who is willing to talk. I could only stand at the crossroads, watching crowds of people hurrying like the wind through the jungle of steel, only to deposit the alfalfa credits that they'd earned into the bank's vault. I don't know if they would open the vault's door, but before I left, I witnessed a well-dressed Pepeshi person plummet from the sky, while those around him continued on their way, unfazed.
I hear the Blue Hour is very romantic. Do you have any tale?
Perhaps Mr. Yang has heard. There is a large boat called the Eventide, anchored along the Sea of Dreams, where soft music and dancing persist endlessly every night. I ran into a wizened lady there. She was at the dock, waiting for her long-departed lover to return, waiting for countless hours within time that stood still. In the humid sea breeze, she spoke of her own youth. Like many who desired wealth and love, they came to Penacony to pursue their dreams. Alas, her lover's consciousness was lost in the dark depths of the Sea of Dreams. Finally, she suggested we continue our conversation on a boat in the shallows. I agreed and boarded the boat with her. But she never said anything. Her eyes absent-mindedly gazing at the horizon for what seemed like forever. Finally, we retreated to the beach.
The dreamscape of chic, luxury, and consumerism, the moment of dusk. My companions have been there too.
Then you all must have seen those who are attempting to realize their dreams. Or have realized them. Scattering money as if it were dust and betting it on all or nothing. Everything has a price, and everything can be bought or sold. Even dreams themselves. I saw an Intellitron there, who was preparing to auction himself. When someone wins a bid, under stipulated periods and rules, he would do the buyer's every bidding, becoming that person's very possession. That Intellitron had been auctioned off a dozen times, and I participated in his 13th. That was the grandest banquet I had ever attended. But never again did anyone cast another glance at him. This time around, there were no successful bids for him. This is what I've seen and heard along the way. Someone once said to me, Penacony wasn't like this a long time ago. Nor should it be. I've traveled through the reality and dreamscape of the planet of festivities. Watched the tides of night rise and fall when time stopped for people. Where the spirits of the rich and impoverished remain forever fixed on their... This is why I think the collapse of the beautiful dream is inevitable.
There might be a way to change everything.
Perhaps. But if this is indeed the world that people desire, if this is precisely why life chooses to slumber, should we still seek to change it?
Miss Acheron, now it's my turn to share a story with you. There was a man from my homeland who, at a time when the world was grappling with deep, unhealable pain, made a choice. He wove together the dreams of everyone in the world, linking people's dreamscapes, and shouldered this burden himself. From this, he created a giant, a spiritual atom. And since that moment, the giant stood between heaven and earth, becoming the pillar of the world's existence. As a price, those who found it hard to move forward, who could not advance, forever lost their future. They slumbered in a dream, devoid of disaster and pain, living out their days peacefully in the man's created utopia. And it is because of the wishes of those people who wished not to awaken that this spiritual atom became unbreakable.
And yet, you stand here right now, which also means that man failed.
Because people must always move towards the future. Even if human weaknesses make them pause when they truly cannot move forward, humanity will eventually seek a way to save itself. And that man, he was never a failure. Like everyone in that world, he etched the possibilities of human nature into his heart. He was the sun chaser of legend, soaring towards the sky and embracing his final victory with his fall. He ascended to heights uncharted, only to come face to face with the sun, a place not visited by anyone before. His wings would melt because of it, only for him to fall into the sea, and after, countless others would surpass him, soaring to even greater heights.
A fitting metaphor for the Nameless's trailblazing spirit. Thank you, Mr. Yang. I know what you wish to confirm. The universe has innumerable similar, yet different worlds. In these worlds, there are innumerable people who look alike, yet don't. I, too, have embarked on journeys, encountering old friends with familiar faces on different worlds, witnessing their destinies follow paths similar to mine. Even if not completely similar. The story you just told, it overlaps with my past. And within that abyssal dream, I ended that man's life. I am not who you think I am, nor will my home be as fortunate as your world.
I am sorry.
It's fine. I don't mind, so long as I can alleviate your suspicions.
There's something I still wish to know, Miss Acheron. Under that representation of the hunt, exactly what sort of power is it that has motivated your solitary journey thus far?
Mr. Yang, before answering that question, I wish to continue the previous topic. I like your analogy very much. Indeed, birds are born to fly. But in a distant past, their ancestors could only gaze at the sky in envy. They saw that faraway ray of light from above the heavens, piercing through the clouds and blanketing the earth. And so, time and time again, generation after generation, the birds spread their wings and took to the sky. Then, what if the last bird finally soars into the sky, only to realize that the end of the light is not the sun, but darkness? Then why, exactly?
Long time no see. Having fun on Penacony?
This voice, it's not Constance. Could it be her companion?
Though I don't know exactly what you are, my bullets will find you. Until then, you best find a casket store on Penacony and ask the owner to reserve a good quality casket for you, imposter.
Imposter? I see. She gave my whereabouts to someone who's tracking Acheron too. Who are you?
Huh? Did I make a mistake? Who the fudge are you?
I'm the Garden of Recollection's memo keeper.
Not bad. This is the kind of tough challenge I like. You that imposter's bodyguard? Never mind. It's fine. I'll leave a round for you. So get that forehead clean.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you know Acheron, the Galaxy Ranger, yes? I have something to...
Are you asking me to write your will?
Not quite. I only want to ask, how exactly... She's clearly not a path strider of the hunt, but you are, aren't you? Tell me, what's Acheron's deal?
Sure. Never thought I'd come across an ally. Fudge, what a stroke of luck. Well... I'll be on Penacony soon. Memo keeper, go buy a bottle of Asdana's white oak and warm it up. And I'll raise a glass to you. That lady's passed. Well, nobody knows. But if all you want is a simple answer, sure, you best get a chair and take a seat. That one is an emanator who should not exist.
You look pale. Or is that also part of your act?
I didn't think you'd have the nerve to show yourself.
I thought this was exactly what you wanted. After all, I faithfully fulfilled my duties as you instructed. Just tell me if you can't hold on any longer.
So, the genius of the Council of Mundanites wants to be my Undertaker now. My, what an honor.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure the people at the Strategic Investment Department would love to be notified of your death in due time. But let's not forget, you won't be seeing them, because I'm the manager of this task.
Great. Then tell your people that Aventurine is ready to go in 17 system hours.
Oh, you've got a lot of nerve. How exactly do you plan on completing your task while your hands are tied by the Harmony?
My conversation with Sunday convinced me that there's a traitor in the family. That they hold the secrets of Penacony. So, I took the opportunity to set everything in motion. I even managed to recover the gift money. Things haven't gone this smoothly since I walked through the doors of the Reverie. Now I'm only one step away from victory. Let's just wait and see.
Sounds like a very elaborate way of saying that you failed.
That's all I can say. Have you forgotten, Doctor? You betrayed me. Go. Do what you must. I look forward to the sight of the IPC fleet surrounding Penacony. You've achieved what you desired, haven't you?
That's true, but what's your plan? Did you conceal an orbital support beacon in that gift money bag?
Well, who knows? Maybe that's why I'm handing out cash even when I'm about to bite the dust.
You are indeed a gambler. An insane one.
Maybe I am.
Fine. Here, take this. Open it when you're on your last legs. You'll thank me.
What's this? A medical? You catch on pretty asking me to solve a case without giving a single clue. How typical of you wing-headed But the way you're all on edge about that stowaway, it's just as I guessed it would be.
Would you be willing to support my performance? And keep the Song of Beauty alive in the cosmos? Wow, how fabulous! But why would you give such a wonderful...
Well, you see, I can't...
That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, sir. If you...
Sure thing. Oh, by the way, do you...
Death? That's a pretty scary topic, and it doesn't really match the mood of this sweet dream.
Oh, you see, I'm a tabloid reporter collecting ghost stories in Penacony. As you know, the more chilling the stories, the more attention they get. Maybe you could...
Well, if you're up for some gossip, it's not about death, but there have been some rumors about a guest at the Reality Hotel who fell into a deep... It was like they were in some sort of coma. Nobody knows what caused it, but luckily the customer eventually regained consciousness. Well, all customers are under the protection of the family after...
Thank you. This will make for a very juicy headline. May Shibe protect us. Unexplained coma. That's actually what happens to your body if your brain dies in a dream. But unfortunately, the customer ended up waking up in the end. I can feel something inside my head.
The world has truly lost its way. You... wait. I get it now. This is some sort of prank show. You youngsters are always looking for a quick way to get an audience.
Oh, a great show will start soon, old man. But before that, I need to ask you something.
Ah, I see. Another fearless youngster looking for death, huh? Well, let me give you a piece of advice. Death? Not even remotely innovative. I bought it from Dr. Edward. He claimed it was some exclusive fancy schmancy stuff. what a disappointment. The effects were awful. First, some monster covered in eyes stabs you in the gut, and then all you see are blurry glimpses of...
Is that all?
Yeah, what else can you expect? Don't put too much stock in the Penacony movie industry. They even call this junk ground...
What a joke. Well, I'll leave you be then. I hope you... A monster covered in eyes. That sounds like the memory zone meme. But buildings and lights... I don't think those have anything to do with death. The disturbing voice in my head. It's getting closer.
Take care, my friend. If you ever find yourself in danger, remember that... You don't look good, my friend. If you need assistance, I can contact the hotel and have the...
That won't be necessary. I have some business to attend to. But thank you all the same.
All right, then. If you ever need help, don't hesitate to
Well, actually, I do need a favor. As the most outstanding hound in Penacony, have you come across any stowaways recently?
Stowaways? How could there be stowaways in Penacony? We've...
All right. Good luck with your work. What was I even thinking? Family would never... Does everyone have to go through so much torment before joining the family? Darn it.
A sip of liquor. A blissful reprieve. To... Oh? You're giving these gems to me? Didn't expect to meet such a generous soul in this place. Or are you just pitying me? Well, it really doesn't matter. As long as I have Soul Glad, that's...
You really shouldn't drink so much Soul Glad, my friend. It's not good for your health.
Oh? Maybe I really should quit.
The devil of Soul Glad?
They say it loves to appear to drunk people, especially the ones who are passed out on the side of the road. How funny.
Yeah, very funny indeed.
20 minutes left. You want to talk to me? Sure, but nothing too sensitive, okay? Huh. Wealthy people have fancy ways to enjoy this dream. But to be honest, I've never... So, are you trying to be the prince from the tale? Handing out his gold leaf garment and melting his lead heart in the...
I'm flattered. I'm no prince, and I just thought these gems would help you speak. So, as an investigative reporter, maybe...
Another curious soul. I see. Well, that was actually...
How did your boss talk you out of it?
Well, she simply said, covering baseless urban legends like that would make us look like... I thought about it, and she had a point. Reporting on stuff like blowing out birthday candles and getting spooked by nightmare ghosts isn't exactly professional material.
Guess she's got a point.
Were you wanting to talk to me? Sorry, I thought... Is this a gift? For me?
Yes, it's for you.
Is this for real? Someone is actually giving me a gift. Not for my parents, but for me.
No, it's not much. I just want...
I knew it. What's on your mind? Are you trying to...
Neither. I just wanted to know if you've ever heard about death in the dreamscape?
Oh, you sound just like my father. Always warning me about danger. He's an Intellitron, so his dream entry methods are different from us organics. Can't count on him to protect me if something does go haywire. Funny, right now I'm still under his protection. How ironic.
Hey, stay positive. Gold will always shine one day, right? The Devil of Soulglad, Dangers in the Dream, and Nightmare Ghosts. Well, surely death is a...
Remember what I said. You Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers. Look at you, snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere. Is the smell of death so enticing, my fine?
Oh, it's you, masked fool. I should have guessed it. You're the imposter who appeared on TV after Robin's death, right?
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward, you know? And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did, Blondie.
No, I mean... What did you mean by becoming one myself?
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again. But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the truth, right?
Oh?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All part of the act. Fool's bait. The more pathetic I seem, the more likely you'll come sniffing around. So, now that I've drawn you out, will you reward me with an answer for my effort?
Why should I help you?
Don't you want to see Penacony descend into... chaos? Well, I can make that happen. I just need an answer to one question. Did you really mean Robin?
And what if I say no?
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded so pleasing.
Well done. I admit I underestimated you, but what difference would it make? Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though she is still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find her again.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool. Right now, there are only 2 things missing from my grasp. The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a fancy way of saying I haven't learned anything so far.
Not exactly. I've gathered enough clues to prove its existence, and that's enough for me. As for the answers to my questions, I'll find them within 16 system hours.
Oh, really? Only 16 system hours? Well, let me lend... Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured destruction button, and I have one just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke. If you're really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, Blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea. Start from scratch. That's where the IPC excels, right? Just press the button when you're at your wit's end. And of course, feel free to reach out to me for my hospice care, too.
Oh, a deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all. Otherwise, how on earth did you manage to bring it in here?
I have my own ways. That's all you need to know.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to decline your offer. Who knows if your little gadget will actually work. By the way, I have no plans to search for the other mute friend you speak of. But it's good. I'll handle the rest myself. I'll orchestrate a grand finale for the downfall of the family. And at the climax, the walls will crumble, people will wake up, and those who couldn't speak will find their voices again. When that time comes, go ahead. Press the button, light up the sky with a magnificent fireworks display for me. Catch you later, fool.
You're still talking big. But sure, if that happens, I'll stay true to my word. Just don't let me down now, okay?
So, number 35. You're back. Like you're...
Can a commodity code really be considered a lucky charm?
Silence! I didn't give you permission to speak, you Segon. The guys in black didn't say much, so I've no idea what you did to save your skin in that massacre back in the day. But I figured you must have had good luck, so I bought you. From now on, you and your good luck are my assets. Your first task is simple. In addition to you, I've purchased 34 other slaves. Go, play a game with them. If you come out alive after 2 days, it proves that
You're insane.
Testing out if you're a...
Aren't you worried that the money you spent on me will go to waste?
I've got stacks on stacks, Blondie. The slave market is never short of self-righteous brats like... But you look good. And that's why many customers are betting their fortunes on a scrawny brat like you. So go along now and don't let your master down.
How much did you spend?
What?
My price.
Huh. You really want to know? Well, it was 60 tons.
I'll take my chances. 30 tanba. If I come back alive, you'll give me 30 tanba.
Are you trying to strike a bet with me? Yeah, sorry, but that won't do. Don't forget your place, slave. You're just a chip. A life thrown away in someone else's hands. Either it's all or nothing. Don't embarrass...
What brings you here, Gallagher?
Some friends from the old days. Do you have a moment to spare, Siobhan?
Oh, I have the whole day to spare. Ladies and gentlemen, well, this bar offers a wide variety of drinks, but we draw the line at Soul Glad. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience extraordinary? We're dedicated to serving up nothing but pure joy and laughter. What would you like to drink? I'll whip it up for you.
Oh, look! A lady as cool as Serval!
Who's Serval? Will you,
Oops! She's heard us.
Just spare them, my esteemed bartender. I'll take over the bar today. I'm getting up there in age, and I need some practice before I forget the skills that used to put food on my table. Where did you stash the ingredients?
They're all under the counter. Since our guests have traveled from afar, shouldn't you whip up some special drinks?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Hey, my friends, do me a favor. Go around the bar and bring me any ingredients you... The discussion might take quite some time. So I'll prepare some customized, non-alcoholic drinks for you.
In the bar? But aren't all the ingredients right there on the counter?
Why, we're in a dream, my lovely lady. You can help yourself to anything if you wish for it. Comfort, hunger, confusion, or even boredom. It's all within reach, right?
Oh, did you hear that? She just called me.
Even in reality, mixing drinks is more than just throwing ingredients together. A bartender needs to capture the bar's atmosphere. Master...
Only then can a perfect drink crafted with a customer's life's...
In other words, what you get from your drink is down to luck. So don't overthink it. Indecisiveness has no place.
Check out this bottle. The liquid inside looks beautiful. And the label reads... Dream syrup. Thick. I don't see an expiration date. Half an amber era ago. Ugh, drinking this stuff can't lead to anything good. That's true, but...
Did you find the bottle of syrup I've been hoarding? Don't worry, it's all just a dream, and it won't upset your stomach. It's been aging for years and should have a refined taste by now. Feel free to have...
Then... well... Can this be used for mixing drinks? Oh, and there's a note underneath. Oh, what should we exchange for it? And who should we give our... Whoa! The words on the... Happiness belongs to the noble. Does this mean we can take it? That's quite a stash. Not sure if it's enough.
Haven't I made myself clear enough, Miss Amiki? The Dream Jolt Hostelry only welcomes guests who want to enjoy a drink to their heart's content. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in your proposal.
But you have the talent. You'll attract a huge audience. You're destined for the Iris' stage, not for this rundown shack. Come with me. We'll become the talk of Penacony, shining light into every corner of the dreamscape. Please, Siobhan, I really need you.
As you see, I'm entertaining my guests. Don't make me repeat myself.
Fine. If you don't come along, I'll just sit here and not go anywhere else. Give me a sparkling drink.
Just...
What's her deal? We can't discuss...
Hey, can you do that clockwork trick of yours again?
Yeah, I'm count...
You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What can I do? I just don't get... I've seen it. The moment the crowd is going... I've seen that scene. Want to raise a glass?
She's still not leaving.
I just don't get why... It's ridiculous, right? I'm too timid. And you don't know Siobhan's past. And you have no clue how I know she probably thinks I'm just trying to ride her fame to get ahead. But all I want is for her to reclaim her place.
She's still not leaving.
I just don't get why she won't. You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What? I just don't get why she... You're one of Siobhan's... I just don't get... Those darn... Iris... I get it now. She's not leaving. I can help clear the way for her. I can do her a favor. I'll go back and write a letter. Well, talking to you has got me feeling a bit down. My thoughts are swirling, making my mind clear, and bringing tears to my eyes. Maybe I should find a place to reflect on what Siobhan truly means to me. Here's the payment for the drinks. Please, pass it on to her. I'm leaving now.
Amaki has left? That's good for her. Radiant dreams may be enticing, but they're nothing more than dreams. Her drink is on the house. Please keep the money. When you're ready, go to Gallagher. I can tell he's itching to show off his skills.
That being said, mixing a drink is way simpler than you'd imagine. Just pick your favorite ingredients, toss them in a glass, mix it up, and it's done. So go ahead, explore the bar. Nice work. Let me take a look. You found some interesting ingredients there. Now, each drink has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone for the initial taste and the lingering after. The original formula is said to be Nunu's favorite drink. It's sour and bitter, and the bubbles burst in your throat like swallowing rust. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct, the ingredient that'll create a marvel. That being said, mixing it, so go ahead. Nice work. You found some each drink has its own. The original formula is now that you've chosen the base. Bright future. I'll never forget the flavor that danced on.
Mikhail.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration. Which style do you prefer? Concentric circles. May you always remember where you start. Well, it's done. Here's to you, the nameless, with this glass of a ticket to the boneyard. To the dead and the dying.
Well done, Gallagher. You're not over the hill yet.
So, are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavors. They're way
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts. I can taste the spicy and sour notes with a hint of sweetness. I'm not entirely sure what it all means. Maybe Mr. Gallagher can shed some light on it.
Well, if you're expecting a profound answer, I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that, Mikhail?
Yeah, that name does sound familiar. When you got knocked out by that masked fool girl, I think I heard someone calling that name. Do you...
I was right about you. You guys seem to know quite a bit. And now there's no reason to hide it. Let's dig deeper into the case. And of course, I'll tell you a story. All right, let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. In other words, she's a stowaway. She managed to fool me at first. My age must be getting the best of me. But here on the planet of festivities, stowaways are a common sight. You're bound to run into one sooner or later. After the incident, the hounds wasted no time searching for that girl in both the dreamscape and reality. But here's the thing. We only received bad news. And the trickiest kind of, she simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality, as if she had never come to Penacony at all.
Huh?
A clever metaphor. You were making a metaphor, right? Let me be frank. This case, actually, is unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
Dealt with before? So, death does happen in Penacony, if I understand correctly.
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide. Even the shiniest city has its dark side. We're all adults here. Surely I don't need to explain too much to you. Confronting the family based on that alone would be naive. Death may occur in sweet dreams. So what? Such events are highly unlikely and only affect a tiny number of people. If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the truth.
I guess it's time to tell the story of that.
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right? Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does
That's the exact wording.
Hey, why are you laughing? Wait, did you write it? It's quite poetic.
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case. So how could I not know? I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family and the Watchmaker isn't as close as it seems.
That's just our speculation. Actually, it's hard to believe that the father of Penacony and its actual managers are at odds.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The family is considered the Watchmaker an enemy for... Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the Watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world? Inviting you here and causing chaos?
So, you want to seize this opportunity to expose the Watchmaker?
Well, now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the Land of the Dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony, and he's the root cause of all the anomalies in the dreamscape. You don't get it? Well, I mean, Mikhail, the betrayer of the family, He's the watchmaker. Here we are, Clock Studios theme park, the most popular...
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the watchmaker? I would have expected you to take us to maybe a library or an archive room of sorts. But
The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But you know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salvage the leaking memoria from the macrovoid. The prolonged exposure to high concentrations of memoria caused a unique phenomenon. The dreams of countless prisoners intersected and overlapped, and people started meeting each other in their dreams, living lives that were almost identical to reality. But everything has a price, and sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality. One of the prisoners broke free from the IPC shackles. He is Hanu, the great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker, and the faithful companion of the underdogs. History is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony's actual history. These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize this, you'll understand why we're here.
there are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sunday himself. Who knows what it's for? So many of them. I've never seen anything like this, even when they're tracking down suspects. We don't need to go in. We don't want to draw any unwanted attention inside. We can just talk here. Let's find a quiet spot and continue our conversation. View here is great, right? We can see everything, including Clocky.
If all the characters in the animation are based on characters in reality, then Clocky's counterpart is definitely the Watchmaker. In the animation, he's Hanu's partner and one of the founders of Dreamville. Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war and sided with Asdana?
It was a monumental war for freedom. Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards, even visitors from beyond the sky. In the end, they emerged victorious. Among them was the person who would eventually be known as the Watchman.
But if you do the math, doesn't that mean the Watchmaker was around for several centuries?
I'm not sure, but Mikhail was already the Watchmaker when I met him, so maybe he inherited the title.
How old are you now, Mr.
I'm 13.
No way.
Hanunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him. With limited resources, threats from the outside world, and internal conflicts between major prison districts, the future of it wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning the prison into the planet of festivities that Penacony finally gained its name and glory.
Thus, he became known as the Father of Penacony.
But didn't you say the Watchmaker betrayed the family? And you said you were his companion, so that means...
No, I'm not his companion, but rather one of his many children. But I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family, but to Mikhail.
What did you do?
I did nothing. And that's the worst betrayal of all. Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves to Penacony. But the Oak family, They set us up. Mikhail was too old to protect his children anymore. So we left the family to find our own path. We were branded traitors of the Harmony, even though the true traitors were someone else. While they continue to praise the Watchmaker's name in the world, behind closed doors, they condemn him on a pillar of shame. Nevertheless, we wanted to clear his name. We intended to find the real traitor, the one responsible for all this, and restore harmony to Penacony. But we failed. Too much time had passed, and the land of the dreams had become deeply corrupted. After countless fruitless pursuits, I gave up. Like a lost dog. The family accepted me and made me an officer, supposedly as a form of forgiveness. But it was actually a punishment. Since then, I've been completely cut off from my partners and my past. As for Mikhail, I heard he died in obscurity, in a place where no one could find him. That's when I realized that the Penacony I once knew would never return.
We're truly sorry for what happened. But this is not the end of the story, right?
Apparently, someone has inherited the title of the Watchmaker and has been secretly working against the family all this time. Unfortunately, after all these years, I have no idea who that person is, or if they're even real. Or just Mikhail's lost soul haunting the dreams. So, do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because I believe the girl's death must be connected to the Watchmaker's legacy. And at the end of all these mysteries, we will find the answers we are seeking. If it really is Mikhail's ghost, I want to meet him. If only for the last time. For those who despise me could form a line from here all the way to the entrance of the hotel. But those willing to look me in the eye and hear me out? Let's just say, there won't be many. I've told you all I know is a sign of gratitude. Thank you for listening to this old dog. Bark and all. Something just happened at the theme park. Now if you'll excuse me, good luck to— How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways rejected by Penacony today and the dream seekers once hailed as—
Gallagher does have a troubled past.
While Firefly's whereabouts remain a mystery, his stories shed light on our suspicions about the true identity of the Watchmaker, his connection to the family. Now that we've confirmed a lot of our suspicions, let's take a moment to think about the clues we have. Send a message to Welt and see how things are going on his end.
Are your companions worried about you?
They're just checking up on me. Let's get in and get out. Seems they've made some progress. Looks like we're about to enter the depths of Dewlight Pavilion.
It's been a smooth ride. Almost too smooth for a heavily guarded mansion.
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us. Something feels off. A grand mansion like this and not a butler or servant in sight. Could it be due to the disruption caused by the emergency? Well, this door is open, Looks like we'll have to investigate ourselves.
Just one moment. Light. I've made myself less noticeable. The crew can explain their presence as authorized by the family, but I can't come up with any excuses for being here.
I see. What an interesting technique.
The model in the sand pit. It's the golden hour, isn't it?
Maybe the heads of the family used that model for discussing important matters. The footprints here are different from the rest. There are 2 sets of them. Looks like outsiders might have passed through here not long ago.
Well, there aren't any people in this mansion.
Trickier to crack. Time for a buzz. I'm okay. Time for a shot. Time for a buzz.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Nap time.
I'm on guard.
Time for a buzz.
That'll...
This combat meet. This is double speed.
Lance at the ready.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Nap time.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I'm on guard.
Time for a buzz.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Not even.
It's time.
Time for a buzz. Time for a shot.
Nice teamwork. Lance at the ready.
More. Time for a buzz.
Free will, or was it fate on the still waters of oblivion?
Nap time. This combat needs... This is double speed.
Look, it dropped something.
A note. Looks like
Seems like the mansion's entire workforce were assigned other tasks before Robin's death. It must have been a big project to require that much manpower. The Charmony Festival, perhaps.
But no matter what their main priorities are, there should always be someone left at the mansion, right?
So you're saying someone deliberately cleared the place out?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
No one here.
Since no one's around to entertain us, let's make ourselves at home. Stay close to me so that my white can cover you too.
As soon as I and the rest of the crew arrived in Penacony, Mr. Sunday and Robin showed up to greet us. I remember hearing something unusual in her voice.
Robin believed it was because the harmony had been tampered with somehow. But as far as I know, there aren't many...
Meaning?
If there really is a traitor within the family, that person must hold a high position or possess
That would explain why Mr. Sunday has been having such difficulty in...
The information about Robin, Firefly, and the other victims. I don't see any commonality.
Looks like the rumors were right. Death does seem to be targeting random victims. And based on Sunday's notes, he's no stranger to death.
He's just surprised that it has resurfaced. This light cone is securely guarded. It must hold some important memories.
According to Robin's interview, despite having performed on so many grand stages, her favorite performance was a pretend show she put on with her brother when they were just kids.
I wonder how their relationship is now.
Growing up brings gains, but also...
Yeah, time has a way of smoothing things out.
It seems neither the Dream Master of Penacony nor this old Odie is happy with...
They don't seem to care much about death.
Maybe the other family heads don't think death is a big deal.
Mr. Sunday has done some serious research on his suspects. This traitor must have...
They all seem to be insiders, but I haven't met any of them.
Huh? Wait, these characteristics...
What is it?
No, nothing. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. However, if this traitor really exists, could they be responsible for Firefly and Robin's deaths?
Perhaps that's why Sunday is taking this matter so seriously.
That's all for now. Nothing more noteworthy.
Before coming here, I had all sorts of scenarios in my head about dealing with the family. I did not expect an empty mansion.
Watch out. Someone's approaching.
I don't think trespassing on forbidden areas is the way to be a guest, Acheron.
Our apologies, Mr. Sunday. Nobody came to greet us, so we entered without permission.
But even if there's no one to greet you, you should wait for the hope even without the famous Galaxy Ranger. As far as I know, the crew has officially accepted the family's commission, so coming here will be unnecessary.
On the contrary, that's exactly why we're here, to ask you about the case and gather more information. We don't want any loose ends.
Well, since you've come with goodwill, I have no reason...
Rest assured, he hasn't figured out that we went through those documents.
While the truth remains a mystery, I'm getting close to it. I assure you that the traitor will soon...
Let's hope justice will prevail soon. I have a question for you, if you don't mind. How did the family come to the conclusion that the murderer was within the family? With all due respect, it's in the IPC's interest to wreak havoc before the Charmony Festival, and the family has every reason to suspect the IPC's involvement.
Well, other family heads share the same suspicions as you, but in my opinion, the true murderer would never have drawn as much attention as that ambassador did. Not to mention, I personally shackled him a while ago. However, I'll give you a suggestion regarding your suspicions, Mr. Yang. You should be more cautious of Aventurine. While the wicked can't break through high walls, they can plunge their evil dagger into the heart of the righteous. He's a businessman, not some philanthropist. But right now, he's out there handing out his wealth on the streets. And he went to the Clock Studios theme park all by himself.
Who knows what kind of scheme? While the family is dedicated to keeping our guests safe, it might be wise for you to... You never know what unexpected troubles could arise.
According to a Pierpoint hotline tip, there was a major breakthrough in the shocking Ejhazio Aventurine case. This fraud case has been linked to many departments within the Interastral Peace Corporation and the Intelligentsia Guild, causing a large...
The case's main suspect originates from Sigonia 4 and is one of the survivors of the second Kataka Avgin extinction. As per Strategic Investment Department head Diamond's sentiments, the IPC has appropriately relocated the suspect in the spirit of the Charter and will continue to conduct further investigations.
What pretty eyes. Tell me, do they shine in the dark?
Well, if they did, I'd sell them in a heartbeat.
You don't know how many people long for your eyes to be closed forever. As a servant, you should not resist your master. Yet, you went and killed that man No lawyer has the audacity to defend you. Perhaps you ought to represent yourself.
Not difficult, but definitely pointless.
You're pretty confident on your eloquence. Did you also think that when you lied to the Intelligentsia Guild?
Ask and you shall receive. You wanted the perfect construction material. All I did was offer a possibility. It was just a small wager. If your luck holds out, the IPC will dig something up from the golden sands of Ejhazio. Maybe even the Sand King's...
I'll admit that. What I'm more curious about, though, is why such a grand scheme failed to benefit anyone in the end, including the perpetrator himself.
Madam, I already have what I want. To be brought before you for the next high-stakes gamble.
Then let's talk about the second gamble. Tell me, what are you prepared to wager this?
My life. I bet you won't send me to the gallows.
What do you want, then?
I want your Lenore to meet with me. I have something to say.
And then what?
I want cash.
It can't be that simple.
It is that simple. 30 tanbas. The remainder of my... market value. 30. With this money, I'll climb to even greater heights than you. Grasp even more riches than you.
Interesting. A pity Diamond won't see you. No one gets to see him. From here on out, I am Diamond's representative, and I will decide on his... You're wrong. 30 tanbas. I'll give you that. And much more than that. Wealth. Status. Kakavasha. A good name, but unfortunately destined to be buried in the dirt. You, though, you deserve to live. Go. Pick the clothes you like, then choose your desired identity. And then... use them well, child. May your schemes be forever
Life is like a long-term investment. Those who choose correctly, people can't always make the right choices in their lives. Is it because Gayathra blesses me? Well, if that's the case, she must also be looking upon me right now. My success is inevitable. But... what then? Even if I overcome this difficult trial, what would come next? What awaits me after this glorious gamble? And will I return triumphant with unending riches, never to return? I'm pretty sure you already have some lowly gambler. What?
What?
I dreaming, or have I gone...
Perhaps both. Forgotten me already? When you were strapped to that electric chair by a mannequin warlords, who was it that gave you the idea?
Fine. I may be crazy, but I'm not stupid. Get out of my head, newborn of the Harmony.
The Harmony? Oh, don't play the fool. It's not the first time we've met. I'm you, and perhaps even more aware of yourself than you. Of what exactly you want. You're dying. And you still want to drag a bunch of unfortunate fools with you through death's door. That's why you're here, isn't it? A grand unveiling. You really think you can pull it off?
Why not?
Well, you may have fooled everyone, but you can't fool yourself. I can show you. Before you're entirely gone, I'll be with you for the last stretch of your road. Let's have a heart-to-heart while we walk.
What exactly are you?
Most people in this world spend their entire lives just to reach one outcome. And I am that outcome. Kakavasha, I am your
First I'm hearing things, and now I'm seeing them. Great. Am I going to be elevated into the Harmony's Emanator next? Oh, why are there no guests here? What's that featherhead doing? Just a Pepeshi? No. A child? I thought minors weren't allowed in Golden Hour. Hey kid, you okay?
What's wrong, mister? You don't look well.
Impossible.
They're pretty, aren't they? Sis said they're a gift from Mama Funga. Colorful eyes are said to bring good luck. Mister, you have pretty eyes too. Beautiful.
Are you alone? Where are your parents?
They're in that amusement park. Papa and Mama went in first. I'm just about to go look for them. I have to go. Goodbye, mister. Hope you have a good time, too.
Those eyes. And Mama Funga. No, it can't. There aren't any Avgens left.
Papa, Mama, wait for me.
Only on Paniconi, am I right?
What are you still doing?
Well, you've known all along. The family truly showed leniency to everyone who came seeking help. Why would there be a need for such high walls and deep moats? However, people don't see it like that. Especially since the flavor of the dream syrup is so alluring. You will receive no charity on Paniconi. And relying on... Which is why, once you step into the hotel, you remove your high hat and beg everyone you come across for help. Like a hyena scavenging for scraps in the desert. Because you...
Well, when you put it like that, even Ratio's a teeny peacock analogy sounds pleasant.
Well, you know how rare it is for me to give you the straight dope. So it's good timing that you mentioned the doctor. I'm especially fond of what you and he have in common. The conspiracies, calculations. Especially the part about the finale. A magnificent... Oh, when everyone thinks this way, who would even suspect that it was another trap you've meticulously... Go on. Tell me I'm right. You know who you really are, Mr. Cavalier Gambler. They only see your big bets, your bravado. It's a heck of an act.
Well, the best way to prevent others from seeing your true colors is first being able to fool yourself.
Of course. I know you all too well. But it's strange. Why did you decline that invitation? You for the preservation? I doubt it. Do you even have anything in common with the preservation?
Oh, I thought you knew. Didn't you say you had me pegged? We're done. Either stop talking or
That's fine. But who exactly is it?
Well, it's not going to be me, anyway.
Playing hide and seek. I'm really good at this.
When Mama said goodbye that day, how many catechins were like jackals? I know you won't forget that sound anytime soon.
It wasn't ruined. I've always kept it.
Come on. It's a rag. Now you don't have to hide. You probably won't even deign to get your pretty outfit wet in the rain. And your social capital has changed after all.
I've never changed.
On the contrary, now you're the one who does the hunting. The last round of hide and seek, and you get to be it.
That child. Could he be in here? Is this... a topaz?
What? Does your cornerstone wrench at your heart, son?
I was merely curious at why...
Maybe that winged guy put it here. To taunt you. Just to make you realize that your painstakingly arranged magic show is nothing but a death rattle. The cornerstone's hue is the same as the radiance of Clipot's body. I've got to give it to you. I've heard a lot of baloney, but that lie deserves a prize for sheer nerve. If he were just a little bit smarter, the jig would have been up right there.
This is just bait.
Of course. That's why Ratio's betrayal was one of the keys to your plan. I have to say, that doctor's acting was...
Or maybe he wasn't acting at all.
All the better for you. Sunday didn't become head of the Oak family by acting sloppy. He's obsessed with control. You have to give him enough detail to satisfy his meticulous nature, but not so much that he gets suspicious. Which is why you had Ratio seek him out and leak the plan on purpose. To prevent the other party from suspecting anything. The intel you gave to Ratio was all true. He spoke of the same to Sunday. Finally, Sunday took the bait, found the other cornerstone, and before you know it, distracted enough for you to steal the third stone right out from under them.
Why don't you stop rummaging through my mind?
Your mind. It's our mind. You're me, and I'm you. We're the same. The best way to prevent others from seeing your true colors is to first be able to fool yourself. Really? You can't even fool yourself. This is the other cornerstone in Sunday's hands. Rather beautiful green. Just like you. Tell me, what's its name?
Why are you even asking me?
Must I do all the work? Aventurine is the stone of luck and trickery. That's what she said when you received the stone, wasn't it? This type of stone isn't rare, but its hue is very similar to a certain gem. In fact, it's often used as a substitute. And that more precious gem is...
Jade. Even Sunday can't tell the difference. Oh, looks like Jade can be substituted for Aventurine, too. Sauce for the goose.
Aventurine, Topaz, Jade. 3 elites, 3 cornerstones who, for a measly Paniconey, offered their everything. Oh, you're even more united than the family.
As I've said before, 3 chips are sufficient. All or nothing. But will it be the former or the latter? We'll find out soon enough.
So, where's the real Aventurine stone? Take it out. Let's have a look.
Suddenly you don't know where it is?
I just want to hear you say it. After all, it really does resemble its owner.
As you wish, then. They never went anywhere. They're right where they belong. Piled up with these cheap baubles.
You smashed the Aventurine stone before you left? Oh, just look at it. Shattered. Just like your life. Poor thing. A humble pebble coated in the most lustrous sheen. I take it back. This thing is far more precious than your life. You're absolutely clear about the consequences of doing this. Blasphemy against Clip-On's body. You think the IPC will let you get off scot-free?
Well, Diamond has always been all about results. As long as I could create value far beyond the cost, the ends justify the means. How else would the family be fooled if there was no price to pay? It doesn't matter. Even smashed to smithereens, the preservation's cornerstone can still be used. Its effect may be greatly diminished, but it's enough for me.
Now I'm really curious. Why does every step you take involve reckless risks, and the choices you prepare for yourself always come with a strong impulse for self-destruction? Do you truly believe that the greater the risk, the greater the rewards? I wouldn't have guessed you'd be so loyal to the IPC.
There is so much you don't see. Which is also why you'll never see how I'll win it all.
That is, if you can
We'll just have to wait and see then. The cornerstone is gone. Another illusion of the harmony. Huh? A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Hello. We meet again, Mr. Pretty.
Yes. We meet again. Did you find your mother and father?
Of course. Big Sis is there too. I'm so happy. On our way here.
I think you mean Phil.
Yes, that's it. Putting many drawings together and turning them into a moving wall painting. They put me, Papa, Mama, and Big Sis together, turning us into... You should give it a try too, mister. You look sad.
Sure. How's that? Boring. Why aren't you talking?
You've piqued my interest. I'll admit that there are still aspects of you that I don't...
Well, you sound sincere this time, at least.
Well, sincerity is one of my traits that everybody likes. And I have precious few of those. Our quaint journey through this amusement park still isn't over.
For you.
A dead end?
Oh, what's on your mind?
It's got nothing to do with you.
Do you need a hint? These are manacles on you. That man gave you your first job. You made your first... You wrapped that iron chain around your fist. For that is the only tool you could find. Then... And then...
Shut up!
Oh, you don't wish to face your... Well, from what I see, you refuse to confront it. Because it...
How could a weak person take such daring risks?
Oh, that's right. You love the thrill of danger, but you refuse to let go of meaningless sentiments. Even in this beautiful dream, in your hands, those who follow you could have become Joker cards. They're far more useful that way. Pity you're not him. Well, you wouldn't be in this state if you could just get with the program. And what...
Those techniques you mentioned are highly efficient, but it's not that I don't know about them. It's more like I couldn't care less. Get it? What fun is it if the fight isn't fair?
Fair? You assume your opponents would fight fair in the first place. The odds are obviously not in your favor, so how are you just breezing by? But did that masked fool's words awaken something in you?
Well, she gave me an answer that could turn everything upside down.
Everything? You mean it could make all the cards on the table just disappear?
That's cheating.
If these leaves could be brought back, would they bloom into new flowers?
You obviously...
Mama only left us...
That's what you always said.
You can zip it if there's...
The words still ring in your ears, so you surely won't forget how tragic her last moments of life were. Tisk? Tisk?
Enough! Do you not have anything?
Oh, shut me down like a champ! I think I finally get you. In the end, I'll ruin this beautiful dream and create the grandest... Think about it. There's a Stellaron in play, the fabulous Robin loses her voice, 2 unsolved murders, cryptic messages from a masked fool, and a chance to go head-to-head with Sunday himself. Death. But whose, exactly?
We'll know when the dice falls.
All right then. Reserve a seat for me in the audience. If you could start over.
It's so quiet this time. Is he finally gone? Or am I the one about to disappear? Finally, made it out of this place.
Going home? But I don't want to go back yet. It's so fun here. I want to stay here forever.
Brother Hanu, where are you going?
There's only one place he can be going. Whether it's in the past, present, or future.
I hear the sound of leather shoes. I don't know why, mister, but you always give me a special feeling that makes me more curious about you. It's sad that I can't get to know you more. We have to say goodbye.
You're...
Yes, I should go home. The day's getting dark, and it's going to rain. I don't want to worry the others.
You're home.
What a strange question. It's where Papa, Mama, and Big Sis are. In this dream. This amusement park. This beautiful dream. But, mister, why don't you
Because they're not here.
Where are they then?
I don't know.
You do know. But there's no point pressing the issue. Admit it. You're tired. We all are. Which is why we chose to stay here. Me and him. Your past and future.
How long will you stay?
Forever. We'll be with you forever in this dream. This is the greatest honor that we can offer to those who hurtle towards death. The road less traveled is less traveled for a reason. But you've never gone in any other direction. Your own life is the chip you're most eager to lay down. Always has been. You don't care who the real murderer is, and the watchmaker's so-called legacy couldn't be more boring. What you want, what you need, is to be the... You'll be the closing act, the final.
I can do it. And it will be flawless.
Of course you can. Your luck will help you at the right time. A Stellaron and an Emanator. That way, the IBC will earn a place at the table. And as for you, you'll just happen to slip the leash, leave the rat race, extract yourself from this endless debacle. You'll have the freedom you've always dreamed. This isn't the first time. You've been an escape artist from day one. This fiasco started with a death, and its curtains will fall on another death. Oh. So that's why Diamond chose you.
He's just after Penacony. No matter the means, no matter the price. Well, don't get soft on me now. What, did you suddenly grow a conscience?
Hey, I was born from yourself. I'm well aware that climbing out of the hole you've dug is basically impossible. I can't stop you from doing what you want. We can't change where you want to go.
Well, what's done can't be undone. All we can do is play the cards we're dealt and rake in as much time as possible.
Yes. Alas, people won't make all the right choices in their lifetime. Though luck always seems like it's on your side. You will keep winning, having never lost before, but why you? Why? Must it be you? If all your luck is built on the pain of someone you love, on the loss of dozens more, if these windfalls, these jackpots, aren't a gift from Gayandra, if all they are is a long string of meaningless deaths, then what did we do to deserve living in a world like that?
Maybe when I get to where I'm going and look back, I'll know what the trip was all about.
Fine. Time to make a move, my friend. I'll be waiting up ahead. Say goodbye to the kid before you shuffle off. It's best to die without regrets.
And now, only we are left. Can you take a photo for me?
Sure.
How nice.
Look at the lens when you're taking a photo the next time. Your expression will look more natural.
Sure, I will. Then, mister, are you going back too?
I can't leave yet. I still have a show to do.
Oh, you're about to go on stage, aren't you? Let's go then. I'll take you to the stage.
Sure.
So you're an actor. No wonder your clothes are so stylish.
I'm actually a merchant. But I do have a show to do.
Are you the same as those men in black in the sky? But you're not wearing black.
Only ordinary employees have to wear that. My position is much higher than theirs.
Awesome! I hope I can become as good looking as you when I grow up.
Of course you can. You'll be better and stronger than me. A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Behind this curtain is the grand stage. It's almost time to go on stage. Are you ready?
Thank you.
You still seem pretty nervous. Let's put our palms together. If you receive Gayathra's blessing, you'll feel more relaxed. Putting our palms together is a simple ritual. By putting our palms together and reciting the prayer to Mama Funga, she will bless us. If you're not familiar, I can guide you.
It's all right. I know how to. Of course I.
This is where we go our own way, Kakavasha. The catechins are coming.
Why? The catechins have already taken all our money, food, and they killed our parents. What more do they want?
Catechins are bloodthirsty, cruel, and insatiably greedy. They want everything only to end up with nothing. This is a trick, an act of revenge. Remember? Today is the day of the Kakava, and also your birthday. They know The Avgin will surely hold a festival today. With the aid of this rain, they will come to destroy our wagons and take everything they want. Little do the Catechins know, this time, we will fight back. The men in black that descend from the skies are on our side. The Catechins stand no chance against them, and will surely pay for them. Without this rain, the Catechins would never take action, and we would not have the chance to turn the tide.
But people will die, and you will be in danger.
The Avgin always return their blood debts. Gaiathra calls for me, while Papa and Mama are waiting for me. As long as you are alive, the blood of the Avgin will never run dry. So run, as for us. We will reunite in Kakava's next aurora. May the goddess Gaiathra close her eyes, keep your blood eternally. Let your journey be forever peaceful, and your schemes forever farewell.
Newsflash from the Inter-Astral Peace broadcast. The IPC Marketing Development Department spokesperson confirms that a small-scale rebellion has broken out in the unclaimed region of Sigonia. The situation: the insurgents are from a local clan known as Kataka, which has a long history of disdain towards the IPC. This has caused a serious negative impact to the work of the IPC's
The clan launched a massive attack on the Avgin, who were under the protection of the IPC, resulting in 6,728 deaths and 3,452 missing. The casualties are currently under the care of the frontline trauma team. The spokesperson expresses his deepest condolences for this devastating humanitarian disaster. At the same time, delivering an important message on this matter to all. Finally, he proclaims, the hammer of preservation will fall for all beings, regardless of life or death, regardless of race, regardless of ideology, to uphold the basic rights we inherit.
Kakavasha? Bye. Okay. All the actors are in place. It's time for the show to begin. This act is dedicated to you. I hope it'll be an unforgettable memory. Kakavasha.
By the way, before you go, I have a Do you truly want to destroy the world with your own hand?
Let's assume, just assuming now, that every time I roll the dice, there's a possibility of achieving that. Then I would be quite happy to make that wager.
Is this Miss Acheron? Hello, I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Hello, I'm March 7th. I'm sure she needs no introduction, as you definitely know her.
Hello? None of you seem surprised by my...
Since Welt has decided to travel with you, it means that he trusts you. And we trust his judgment.
I envy your close friendships.
Miss Acheron here doesn't present a danger, and she's of no threat to the Astral Express. Aventurine's prior accusation was based on nothing more than his own subjectivity. Which is why, before we continue working together, he has a duty to explain himself.
You want to create a situation where all three parties are
There must be some deeper meaning behind Aventurine's actions. I suspect he's been aware of Penacony's secret from the beginning, and has been continuously strategizing to unveil it. In that sense, the Astral Express's role in his plans would be imperative. In the worst-case scenario, he may use us to do something unexpected. Assuming things do escalate to that stage, having an extra ally is a good insurance policy. Penacony has numerous factions, and the state of affairs is significantly more intricate than that of Belobog and the Xianzhou.
You're talking weird again. But it's a good vibe. No matter what, we can't ignore the safety of Penacony.
To solve the mystery of the Watchmaker, it is crucial to get the IPC's intel. The path ahead is fraught with danger. But what's trailblazing without a little danger?
Sounds like we've reached a consensus. Now, Miss Acheron?
I will accompany you.
Let's move out then!
No need to rush. If he truly has laid a trap, he will definitely use every means to lure us in.
Ladies and just the most wondrous, most magnificent show in Penacony, the IPC cordially invites the Clock Studio.
Look, should both the performers and spectators fail to arrive, won't all of Aventurine's plans be for nothing?
Let's get going, everyone. The hour of trailblazing.